For years, Nikon enthusiasts have been haunted by the question, where did the Nikon Z90 go? The camera has become something of a myth, a phantom that continues to circulate in forum threads, rumor mills, and speculative posts. Its absence is felt almost more strongly than an official announcement might have been. Nikon's mirrorless DX lineup promised a new era after the legendary D500, a camera that earned its reputation for durability, lightning-fast autofocus, and burst speeds that made wildlife, sports, and action photographers feel invincible. The D500 wasn't just a tool, it was a statement. When Nikon shifted focus to mirrorless with the Z series, fans were ready for a DX powerhouse that could carry that legacy forward. Yet, the cameras that arrived seemed aimed more at casual shooters or experimental designs rather than professionals looking for a D500 successor. That gap didn't stay empty for long. Canon and Fujifilm seized it, and suddenly the Nikon Z90, the dream DX mirrorless, felt like a ghost of what could have been. The legend of the Nikon Z90 is fueled by a list of rumored features that reads like a wish list for DX enthusiasts. The community envisioned a 33-megapixel APS-C sensor, a processor borrowed from Nikon's high-end Z9, 15 to 20 frames per second continuous shooting, 4K video at up to 60 frames per second, in-body stabilization, dual card slots, and autofocus performance on par with Nikon's flagship full-frame bodies. On paper, this camera promised to be the D500 reborn, but in a modern, mirrorless form factor. Imagine pairing a 400mm lens with the crop factor advantage to effectively turn it into a 600mm lens for incredible reach. Telephoto enthusiasts were salivating at the thought, and yet, the silence persisted. But let's step back and get real about the challenges that could have halted the Z90 before it ever reached production. Delivering high performance in a DX body is far from trivial. APS-C sensors capable of 33 megapixels with fast readouts, low rolling shutter, and stack technology come at a cost. Achieving the speed and image quality enthusiasts expect from a Z9-level DX body would require expensive engineering. Nikon would either have to price the Z90 aggressively, potentially putting it close to full-frame models, or compromise on sensor performance, autofocus speed, or video capabilities. Neither option offers a clear win. From a business standpoint, it becomes a tough proposition. A camera too expensive risks low sales, while one that is underpowered risks tarnishing the DX legacy fans love. The lens ecosystem presents another challenge. A pro-level DX body needs pro-level lenses. If Nikon launched the Z90 without a robust DX lens roadmap, professionals would hesitate. Unlike casual users who might rely on adapted full-frame glass, professional shooters invest in a system. They buy bodies knowing the lenses and accessories will support them for years. Without that support, even the most impressive DX body would feel incomplete. And Nikon has historically been cautious about expanding the DX lens line, focusing instead on full-frame innovation. Launching a Z90 that could cannibalize sales from the Z8 or Z6 while simultaneously competing with Canon's R7 or Fujifilm's X-H2S complicates the picture. Analysts speculate a likely street price between $1,500 and $2,000, a range that demands not only performance but long-term system support. In that context, silence from Nikon is hardly an omission, it's a signal. The timing of the Z90 rumor also reflects strategic shifts. DX mirrorless sits in a difficult position. Smartphones continue to eat away at entry-level camera sales, while full-frame mirrorless bodies are becoming more affordable, increasingly accessible to enthusiasts and semi-professionals. Building a high-end DX body in this environment carries risk. The company has to justify not only the production costs but also the marketing, lens development, and customer support. In short, Nikon has to balance innovation with economics, and for now, the scales seem tilted toward full-frame investment. Yet, the allure of the Z90 remains irresistible for some. The fantasy spec list captures a blend of nostalgia and modernity, the D500 experience reimagined in a mirrorless body with cutting-edge tech. High-speed continuous shooting, robust video options, and advanced autofocus in a compact DX package sound like a photographer's dream. It's not just technical, it's emotional. Fans have followed every leak, every whisper of a potential announcement, because the Z90 represents more than a camera, it represents a connection to the D500's legacy. It's the missing piece in Nikon's mirrorless puzzle, a camera that could satisfy the needs of wildlife, sports, and hybrid shooters simultaneously. However, we also need to acknowledge the cold, practical side of why the Z90 hasn't materialized. High-resolution APS-C sensors with fast readout and minimal rolling shutter effects require substantial investment. They need sophisticated processors, advanced heat management, and precise engineering to perform at professional levels. For Nikon, that means increased R&D expenditure. Launching a camera with cutting-edge DX capabilities at a price that makes sense without undercutting full-frame models is a significant challenge. It's a delicate balance: price too high and it limits adoption, price too low and it risks cannibalizing higher-end products. From a corporate perspective, hesitation is understandable. Moreover, the lens system complicates matters further. Nikon's DX lens lineup is not as extensive as its full-frame collection. Professionals demand a complete system, not a single body with an occasional adapted lens. To launch a Z90 without strong DX optics would limit its appeal and diminish the potential return on investment. The risk is particularly high because Canon and Fujifilm have already captured segments of the DX and APS-C market with well-supported lens ecosystems. Without a competitive lens strategy, even the most advanced Z90 would face uphill battles in the marketplace. The narrative around the Z90 also reflects changing priorities within Nikon. Over the past few years, the company has increasingly doubled down on full-frame mirrorless innovation, introducing bodies like the Z8, Z9, and Z6 Mark II, and expanding the lens roadmap for these systems. In this environment, a high-end DX body becomes a potential internal competitor rather than a pure market expansion. The more Nikon invests in DX, the more it risks undermining full-frame sales, which may partially explain why the Z90 has remained absent. In this light, silence becomes not only understandable but strategic. Yet the dream of the Z90 persists, fueled by fan desire and rumor cycles. The APS-C sensor, stack technology, high-speed shooting, Z9 level autofocus, 4K 60p video, and in-body stabilization all paint a compelling vision. Conceptually, it's a camera that could deliver the best of both worlds: the portability and crop advantages of DX, combined with professional-level performance and modern mirrorless convenience. The community continues to speculate because the Z90 symbolizes an opportunity for Nikon to reclaim a space where Canon and Fujifilm have been actively gaining ground. The Z90 rumor also highlights broader market dynamics. Entry-level cameras continue to shrink in size and price, threatening traditional DX entry points. At the same time, full-frame mirrorless bodies are becoming more competitive in price and more accessible, creating a squeeze in the mid-tier DX segment. Launching a Z90 today would require navigating these pressures carefully, offering enough innovation to justify a professional price, yet avoiding overlap with higher-end full-frame models. The economic and strategic constraints likely explain why the Z90 remains vaporware, despite the strong demand from loyal Nikon users. So, what does this all mean for photographers? For one, the Z90 rumor represents the emotional and practical gap left by the D500. It's a reminder of the power of legacy, of how much a camera can mean to a community, and how a missing piece can shape perception of an entire product line. It's also a cautionary tale: even when technology and wishful thinking align perfectly, market realities and corporate strategy often dictate the final outcome. Nikon fans are left in a state of suspended hope, dreaming of a camera that may never come, while the rumor cycles keep the conversation alive. In conclusion, the Nikon Z90 is not just about specifications or speed, it's about legacy, expectations, and strategy. It's a story of possibility constrained by economics, demand, and corporate focus. Its rumored features: 33MP APS-C sensor, Z9 class autofocus, 4K 60p video, and more, remain tantalizing. Yet, the practical hurdles, lens limitations, pricing concerns, and market dynamics suggest that fans' dream may remain just that, a dream. The Z90, for now, is a phantom, a conversation starter, and a reminder that sometimes, the camera you want most is the one that never arrives.